1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the country's economy has stabilized with all the economic indicators moving on a positive trajectory. The National Assembly was informed today that the government has started process to ensure implementation of legislation aimed at protecting the rights of children. Ships of the Pakistan Navy have arrived at the port of Casablanca and participated in joint exercises with the Moroccan Navy. The Chinese president has vowed to protect the national sovereignty and oppose any external force interfering in Hong Kong's affairs. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the country's economy has stabilized with all the economic indicators moving on a positive trajectory. He was speaking at the signing ceremony of Super 6 310 megawatt wind power projects in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said rupee is gaining, the stock market is showing positive sentiments, and exports are increasing. He said the government's policies are aimed at uplifting the poor segments of the society by creating maximum employment opportunities for the people. The Prime Minister said there is huge potential of hydroelectricity in the country, but costly electricity was produced through imported fuel. He said investment in the wind power projects will amount to $450 million. Out of this, an amount of $320 million is being arranged by the International Finance Corporation, World Bank Group. In the National Assembly today, responding to a calling attention notice, the Minister for Human Rights, Shireen Mazari, said the present government has started the process to ensure implementation of legislation aimed at protecting the rights of children. Expressing concern over the incidents of child abuse, she said, "We have decided to develop a sex offender registry." She said an awareness campaign has also been started against child abuse in all the schools of the federal capital. Shireen Mazari said it is the first time that our government has also started a child labor survey, which will be completed by June next year. The opposition parties in the National Assembly have withdrawn the no-confidence motion against the Deputy Speaker Qasim Khan Suri. Speaking in the National Assembly today, Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz leader Khwaja Muhammad Asif said the decision has been taken following the government and the opposition agreement to bring legislation on important matters with consensus. Earlier, the Defense Minister Parvez Khattak said meetings with the opposition over the last few days have proved to be very effective, and both the sides have agreed to move forward with consensus to ensure smooth functioning of the parliament. Ships of the Pakistan Navy PNS Morwen and Aslat were accorded warm welcome on arrival at the port of Casablanca in Morocco. The mission commander, along with the commanding officers of the ships, met the Commander Center Maritime Sector and Commander Military Region of Casablanca. During the meetings, matters of mutual interest in bilateral naval cooperation came under discussion. The Moroccan authorities acknowledged the sacrifices of Pakistan in the war against terrorism and the role of the Pakistan Navy in maritime security. At the end of the visit, ships of both the countries also participated in joint exercises. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, has impressed upon the United Nations General Assembly President that the international community must play its role to resolve the Kashmir dispute, as it can become a flashpoint between the two nuclear-armed states. During his meeting with the United Nations General Assembly President Tijani Muhammad Bande, he said the situation in Indian-occupied Kashmir, which has been under a repressive military lockdown for over 4 months, is now further worsening. In occupied Kashmir, inhuman Indian military lockdown entered the 103rd running day today. According to Kashmir Media Service, restrictions under Section 144 remain enforced and residents continue to suffer immensely due to suspension of internet across all platforms, SMS and prepaid cellular services. The American lawmakers during a congressional hearing on human rights have once again expressed concern about the grim situation in occupied Kashmir. Indian American Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal said she is deeply concerned by the Indian government's actions in Kashmir. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said Chinese government has unswerving determination to protect national sovereignty and oppose any external force interfering in Hong Kong's affairs. During the 11th BRICS summit in Brazil, Xi Jinping said continuous radical violent activities in Hong Kong seriously trample the rule of law and social order, which disturb Hong Kong's prosperity and stability and challenge the one country, two systems principle. Meanwhile, China's foreign ministry said they have lodged stern representation with the British consulate in Hong Kong today to protest the attack on a Hong Kong government official in London. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.